Right, so welcome back to another video on this channel. Today we have a post-match reaction for Southampton 2, Manchester United 3. So yeah, Southampton obviously found themselves 2-0 in front going into the break, but a magnificent comeback from United, obviously courtesy of the super sub Edinson Cavani, who did score 2 goals after Bruno Fernandes scoring to get United back into the game. And yeah, that's the game I'm going to be analysing for you guys now, but before we do that, I would like to quickly ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. We are closing in ever so slightly on 750 subscribers on this channel. Yeah, so if you could subscribe to the channel, that would mean an absolute world to me, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Also, if you could leave a like on the video as well, 10 to 15 likes would be massively appreciated on this video. And yeah, let's get into analysing Southampton 2, Manchester United 3. Okay, so overall, it was an absolutely mental game, if I'm being perfectly honest, because Southampton were actually unbelievable in the first half. I mean, it was a typical Southampton performance under Ralph Hasenhüttl, who's just done an absolutely unbelievable job there. They were aggressive in the press, they were tenacious, they were energetic, they had pretty much everything you would ask for in a Southampton performance in that first half to go 2-0 up at the break as well. Jan Bednarek's header obviously going in courtesy of a James Ward-Prowse corner, and then obviously James Ward-Prowse himself absolutely burying a free kick into the top corner, which was just absolutely incredible. I mean, his free kick and just set pieces in general ability is just absolutely inhumane and probably the best in the Premier League, if I'm being perfectly honest. Then obviously in the second half, the master stroke you would say from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to bring on Cavani for Greenwood at half-time, which in my opinion was actually a brilliant substitution, because United were clearly lacking that kind of focal point and that kind of physical striker who would get around in the box and yeah, overall be that clinical finisher in the end, like kind of a fox in the box type striker. And yeah, he made his impact pretty much instantly. I mean, 10 minutes after coming on, he obviously assisted Bruno Fernandes' goal to make it 2-1, a decent ball across the box, and Fernandes with a cool finish. Then Cavani getting a brilliant goal of his own about, what was it, 10-15 minutes later, a brilliant instinct header, Fernandes' shot, and Cavani really showed his striking instincts there, getting on the end of Fernandes' shot and nodding it past McCarthy, changing the direction of the ball. And in the 92nd minute, a brilliant whip from Rashford in, and Cavani with an absolutely brilliant header, and yeah, United reaped the benefits really of bringing Edinson Cavani on, because he was absolutely superb, and in my personal opinion completely changed the game alongside Bruno Fernandes. And if we got to the stats, I mean, as you can see there, 50-50 in terms of possession, but even when Southampton were 2-0 up and even when Southampton were on top in the game, I do still think that United actually relatively were on top and were creating the better chances overall. There wasn't really many times when David De Gea or obviously Dean Henderson, who came on in the second half, were really challenged by the Southampton attack, bar the 2 goals that were scored. And yeah, overall I do feel like if United didn't win the game, I do think at least a draw was, you know, the fair result in this game, and obviously they ended up winning the game, so win-win situation for them. If we go on to the lineups, I mean, first of all, we have to talk about this man, Bruno Fernandes. I mean, for some reason, SofaScore gave him a 6.8, but honestly, I think he was the man of the match. He was absolutely brilliant again today. And honestly, I felt sorry for him in the first half when Southampton took a 2-0 lead, because he looked like the only player that was actually on the same wavelength and actually on the level you would expect a Manchester United team to be at. And yeah, I don't think any of his teammates were on the same wavelength as him in the first half. Where would United be without him? I'm pretty confident they would be a mid-table club, and they probably, well, not probably, they definitely wouldn't have got top 4 last season had Fernandes not come in January. He's just absolutely class. I think he's a world-class player, because I think he's the only United player that actually consistently performs to a world-class level on a consistent basis. As I said, none of his teammates really do that, and once again carried United over the line again. And obviously alongside this man, Edinson Cavani, who I keep saying, who was an absolutely unbelievable impact sub. I mean, obviously 2 goals and an assist, you cannot do no wrong with that. And there was obviously question marks over his ability in terms of would he be able to produce the goods on a weekly basis in the Premier League, being 33 years of age, and obviously he spent most of his little career in recent years playing in the French league. But overall, he was absolutely brilliant today, and I think he's really silenced a lot of the doubters, and I think he should be starting up front alongside someone like Rashford or Martial, you know, as a kind of even a link-up player and something as a focal point up front, because that's really why United have lacked since Lukaku went, really. In terms of Southampton though, James Ward-Prowse, I mean, obviously, you know, the brilliant performance from him, got himself a goal and an assist, and this man is just absolutely brilliant and just sums up everything that Southampton stand for now in terms of Ralph Hasenhüttl's style of play. He's energetic, he's tenacious, he reads the press very well, he's obviously an amazing set-piece taker, as we've witnessed in the recent months. Yeah, overall, I think he was Southampton's best player, and Oriol Romeu I thought was very good as well, and he's been a very good replacement from within for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who obviously his impact has been massively missed after he's gone to Tottenham in the summer. Another player I want to mention as well is this man, Moussa Djenepo. Now, obviously not the standout player by any means, but I personally believe that if this guy had an end product, he would be absolutely top class, because he's as good a dribbler as I've seen in the Premier League, and I put him up there with the top dribblers in the Premier League alongside the likes of, you know, Alan Saint-Maximin, for example. He's got such quick feet, he's an unbelievable dribbler, as I said, but I just think if his decision making was that bit better, I think he'd be top class, and I think he'd be a very good player for Southampton. Which a huge victory for Manchester United that does lift them up to 7th in the table, a point behind Southampton with a game in hand, so they're really starting to climb the table once again after a poor start. And yeah, it's no real shame for Southampton whatsoever, because although they did kind of bottle today, I mean, they're still 5th in the table, which I'm sure they would have taken at the start of the season, and they're still going to pick up wins, and they're still probably going to finish in the top half of the table, so not really many complaints there. But yeah, overall a very good win for Manchester United that, as I said, moves them up in the league table, and very good spirit shown, and overall I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does deserve most of the credit, because if United had lost today, I think everyone, probably including myself as well, would have been very critical of him, but I think the fact that he managed to bring on Cavani so early, who obviously changed the game, you have to give Ole credit for that at least. But yeah, now we move on to Chelsea versus Tottenham, the match obviously straight after this, and for those of you who don't know and are new to the channel, I do support Chelsea, so this is going to be a massive game for us, and I'm going to be doing a live match reaction for that game, so yeah, stay tuned on the channel for that. And yeah, that's where we're going to end this video, so if you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like on the video. As I said at the start of the video, 10 to 15 likes would be massively appreciated. Also make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, as I said at the start of the video as well. We are looking to hit 750 subscribers, and we're closing in massively on that goal, so yeah, any subscription you guys do make would help us out massively on the way to achieving that goal, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya.